Now if we draw the graph based being extent of the adsorption and the pressure, then what are the findings? As the pressure increases, extent of adsorption also increases. At the high pressure, the extent is also high. At the low pressure, extent of adsorption x by m is also low. And when the temperature increases, obviously at the high temperature we have the less adsorption, and at the low temperature we have the more adsorption. Now you see, at this line, at this point, the pressure is the same, but at the temperature T3 the adsorption is high, T2 less, and at the T1 minimum. So means T3 is the temperature which is least one, and T1 is the maximum temperature. As the temperature increases, x by m value decreases, extent of the adsorption decreases. So what we have, T1 is the highest temperature, then T2, then the T3. We have the equation friendly isotherm x by m is equal to k p power 1 upon n. If we take the log, what we have, log x by m is equal to log k plus 1 upon n log p. This is the equation of the straight line y is equal to mx plus c. On the y-axis we have the log x by m, on the x-axis we have the log p, intercept is the log k, and slope of the line is the 1 upon n. So we can draw this graph experimentally at the different pressure, and we can note down the value of the x by m at the different pressure. So by the taking the different reading, what we can calculate, we can calculate the slope experimentally, okay, and slope is the value of the 1 upon n, and we can also calculate the value of the log k. Log k, after taking the anti-log, that provide the value of the k. So k and 1 upon n can be calculated experimentally. Theoretical value of the possible value of the 1 upon n is always 0 to 1, but generally in the maximum experiment this value is 0.1 to 0.5. okay, when 1 upon 0 is the 0, 1 upon n is the 0. When 1 upon n is the 0, it is possible at very high pressure. What we have, x by m is equal to k p power 0. okay, that become the zero order reaction, that become the zero order kinetics. Means what we need to remember, at the very high pressure adsorption follow the zero order kinetics. okay, then next means whatever is the pressure, whatever maybe the higher is the pressure, but adsorption is not depend upon the pressure, it become independent from the pressure. But when we have very low pressure, at the very low pressure 1 upon n value is the 1, and we have x by m is equal to k p power 1. That follow the first order kinetics. Means at the very low pressure adsorption occurs by the first order mechanism, it increases exponentially. At the very low pressure it follows the first order kinetics, and in the first order kinetics the rate of the adsorption increases exponentially. But when the pressure is very high, then it follow the zero order kinetics. Means now it not depend upon the pressure. Now next we have the adsorption from the solution. What are the example of the adsorption from the solution? If we have the acetic acid, in the acetic acid the concentration suppose is 1 molar. If we add the activated charcoal, and after some time if we calculate the concentration of the acetic acid, that concentration has to be less than the 1 molar. Why? Because many molecules of the acetic acid now they are adsorbed at the surface of the charcoal. okay, next litmus become colorless with the charcoal. It is again the same. okay, if we add the charcoal in the litmus, the red or blue color of the litmus disappear, it become the colorless. Why? Again the colored particle are adsorbed at the surface of the charcoal and they will settle down, solution become the color. So we also have the adsorption in the solution, and the extent of the adsorption this time, okay, To increase the extent of the adsorption, what we have to do? We have to decrease the temperature. We have to increase the area. Higher is the surface area, higher is the extent of adsorption, or we can say simply adsorption. Higher is the M. M means concentration. Higher is the concentration, higher is the rate of adsorption, higher is the extent of adsorption. Then next, it also depend upon the type of the adsorbate and adsorbent. Okay, the similar equation we have as we have in the Freundlich isotherm. The equation is the x by m k c power 1 upon n. Okay, here k and 1 upon n are the constant like we have in the previous case. Okay, but in k, in place of the pressure, what we have taken? We have taken the concentration. We can also take the log here. Log x by m is equal to log k 1 upon plus 1 upon log c. We can also draw the equation of the straight line, and experimentally we can also calculate the value of the k and value of the 1 upon n. When we have done it, we find that this solution also follow the same Freundlich isotherm like as we have in the case of the gas and solid. Okay, now we have the applications of the adsorption. What is the first application? High vacuum formation by the charcoal. Okay, vacuum pump cannot create the 100% vacuum. So to create the 100% vacuum, what we do? We added the activated charcoal. What the activated charcoal do? It absorb all the gas molecule at the surface, and by that mean we can develop the 100% vacuum. Next one is the charcoal in the mask to absorb the poisonous gas. Sometime you have seen in the movies some mask we have. Okay, suppose during the warfare we have the lots of poisonous gas. So what the soldier do? They always bear a mask. In that mask they have some substance like silica gel or anything else that can absorb all the poisonous gases on their surface. So it is used to remove the poisonous gases from the air. Silica gel and aluminum gel is control the humidity. Okay, if we want to remove the humidity from the surrounding, what is the best option? We have to use the silica gel or we have to use the aluminum gel. They absorb all the moisture present on their surface, and that's how we can decrease the humidity from the air. Next one is the animal charcoal remove the colored matter. I have told you in the last time. Okay, I told you that cane sugar juice is actually yellowish in color, brownish color. So what we do? We add the animal charcoal. Animal charcoal absorb all the colored substance on their surface, and finally they will settle down, and that's how we can make the sugar solution as clear. Okay, next one is the heterogeneous catalysis. Heterogeneous catalysis, one of the best example is the Haber's process. In the Haber's process, nitrogen and hydrogen gas adsorb at the surface of the catalyst. That catalyst may be the iron, that catalyst may be the platinum. On the surface they react together, and after the reaction they leave. Okay, so what happens? Hydrogen and nitrogen gas adsorb at the surface. So it is again the example of the adsorption. Next we have coconut charcoal method is used for the separation of the inert gases. Dewar coconut charcoal cavity method is used for the separation of the inert gases. At the different temperature, a different inert gas adsorb at the surface of the charcoal cavity, and by this technique we can separate the inert gases. The next one is the froth flotation method for the sulfide ore. We know in the metallurgy, for the froth for the sulfide ore, the concentration method is the froth flotation. Okay, concentrate that sulfide ore adsorb at the surface of the frothing agent, and that comes up, we can remove from there. Okay, next one is the AgCl as the adsorption indicator for the eosin dyes. Okay, AgCl, they adsorb some dye particle, some color particle, and whenever the process completed, the solution become the colorless, and that is the end point of our titration. Last one is the chromatography analysis. In the chromatography analysis, again the means it based on the different technique of the adsorption.